Hey, how you guys doing? Hopefully we're going to shoot two videos today. I don't know if we have time or not. Okay, now for those of you that know or don't know, this is my eSight unit. The way it works, there's a strap on here, and you put these on, and you put the strap over the back of your head, and that's what holds it on. You have what's the equivalent to a laptop right here, and then you control everything with a remote. And the remote actually weighs more than the eSight unit itself. Although, when this thing is strapped to your head, it gets really hot and you're good for probably about 45 minutes. And then a couple of things happen. One is that it heats up and you start thinking, okay, I'm getting brain cancer, and your vision starts to distort. I mean, like, you can change the color. You can do like a blue yellow or a green red or whatever color you naturally are looking at. Sometimes you need the contrast to be able to see things. You can also, there's a light on the front of it, and you can make the room brighter or make what you're looking at light up more. You can zoom in on what you're looking at or pull back. You can look at something. When I was with my friend Alex, we walked outside and I was able to look at a decal on a windshield about 75 yards away and make it look like it was right in front of my face. You can also enlarge things to an unbelievable amount. Like, you can look at an ant on the ground and enlarge it to be like 2,500 times its normal size, something like that. However, for all the things that you can do, there are some things you cannot. When I originally got them, I got them because I wanted to be able to check my own email. You know how convenient that would be for me? I'm blind, and if I could check my own email, I wouldn't need to hire someone to do it. Well, as it turns out, people that get these glasses fall into two categories. Now, everybody that gets them, to be able to use them to begin with, you have to be able to have some peripheral vision. So either at the bottom or the sides of your eyes. So if you're 100% stone blind, these glasses will not work for you. So, like, my glasses on my right eye is 100% blind. So if my left eye was blind like my right eye, these would be completely worthless. But you find this out when you go to one of the eSight offices and they set them up for you. They put them on your head. There's a camera on there so they can see everything you're looking at. One of my nephews said that, because I was with a group of nieces and nephews when I tried them on the first time, he said that he remembers when I first put them on and I looked around the room, I saw my nieces and nephews' faces for the first time. And I cried. So I had never seen these children before. I knew who they were, but I'd never actually seen their actual faces until that day with the glasses on. And it was a beautiful, wonderful day for me. You know, it opened up a whole new world. So I got them on the chance that I would be able to read my email. And as it turns out, you fall into the category of either you can check your email or you cannot. I cannot. The way that a laptop works is that you don't have one screen and you look at that one screen and all your information is there. Most laptops have two screens or three screens. However many my laptop has, and I have more than one laptop, but all of them have at least two screens. And I cannot use my eSight glasses to read my email. Now, even if I could do that, here's the issue with trying to do it. This is what makes it so hard. You have a remote and you have the camera. So when you look at the screen, you have to use the remote to alter the camera to look at the screen. But then let's say you're not used to a QWERTY keyboard. I could use a QWERTY keyboard as of 2012, but I went blind in 2012. So I haven't typed anything since then. It's been 10 years. So I have to use the camera, or I have to use the remote to zoom in on the screen. But I have to look down at the keys to see what I'm typing. So then I have to tilt my head and look down and zoom in. So I have to pull away from the screen and look down at the keys. So I have to adjust the remote and look at the camera at a different angle, a different distance. Now, after I type a little bit, now I have to look up at the screen to make sure I'm typing the right thing. So now I face the screen and I have to use the remote again to pull away from one view and look at the screen. And every time I adjust, every time I look down at the keyboard, I have to adjust to look at that. Every time I look back up at the screen, I have to adjust to look at that. And it's a constant thing back and forth. If I mess up on the keys and I have to adjust it on the screen, I'm not sure that I can find the right keys to adjust it. I can't type like I used to. Like I said, it's been 10 years. However, I can't use my e-sight glasses to look at my laptop because I can't see through multiple screens. And they say that the ability to do that is an extremely advanced technique that not everyone can do. And apparently, I'm one of those that will never be able to do that. Now, what I can use these for is that I can read a book. Now, to those of you that can read a book, I know you're thinking, big deal. What's the big deal about being able to read a book? Get books on tape. Well, I've got books on tape. But listening to books on tape is not the same thing as reading the book yourself. I mean, Watership Down is my favorite book, and I've got it on books on tape. And yeah, it's fun to listen to it, but being able to pick up the book at my leisure and read it whenever I want to, and be able to put the inflection in certain voices and being able to imagine what they sound like and the action and being able to read it for myself, that's a whole new world that I don't have. So I'll be using my e-sight glasses for that. And I'm taking classes with a guy named Tyler. Tyler is my e-sight coach, and he walks me through everything. Tyler is the most patient man in the world. He has to be. He works with me. And he's great at walking me through it, at giving me steps, at giving me helpful hints. Tyler's been working with me for probably a couple of years. I can also, one of the things that everybody else takes for granted, everybody takes for granted that they can go to a park and you can look around and you can see smiling, laughing faces and dogs walking around and people jogging by and people in wheelchairs and balloons and flowers and trees and ant hills and picnics and people walking by holding hands and people in love and all that stuff that you can see, I can't see. But with these on, that's one of the things I can see. It opens up just the world in general to me. So I can't use them for my laptop, but I can use them for a lot of other things that regular people take for granted. Now, here's one of the fun things about my e-sight glasses. There's somebody I know that knows everything that I've told you about what I can use them for and what I can't use them for. She knows all that. Yet, anybody that asks her, hey, have you seen Zach and his e-sight glasses? She will tell them, oh, he's too lazy to use them. He refuses to use them. He's got them, but he won't use them for what he got them for. He's got them to use them on a laptop, but he refuses to do that, and I don't know why. Well, here's the odd thing. She knows everything I told you. She knows that I can't use them for a laptop. She knows that I am trying to use them to read a book. It's extremely difficult. It's not as easy as it sounds. Any movement that you do looks like an earthquake. It looks like the camera is just shaking because you don't realize that you move. When you do things, you move. And you don't realize that you do that until you're looking at the camera thinking, oh my gosh, was there an earthquake in here when I was trying to do this? Um, but she knows all of that. And yet she'll tell anybody that'll listen, and she finds plenty of people to tell that I don't know if it's I'm lazy. Now, if you're wondering what kind of satanic attack I get, that's what kind of satanic attack I get. I get somebody that knows the truth and then spreads lies. Now, why does she spread the lies? I don't know. Uh, Maybe she enjoys it. Maybe she likes spreading this. Maybe it makes her feel better about herself. I don't know what the purpose is. Why do you think it is? I'm going to leave the comment section open. If you guys want to make a comment on why you think someone would know the truth, no, I can't use them for a laptop, but yet she tells everybody he can use them, he refuses to use them. I don't know what the answer for that is. It's as if she's holding the hand of the devil and enjoying a little dance, and she knows what she's doing, and it doesn't stop her from doing it. But if I confront her about it, because she doesn't tell me personally, if I ask her, hey, are you doing this? No, I'm not doing that. I would never do that. But it's been really good friends that have told me that she does it. And I'm just mystified at it. If you guys have opinions as to what would make somebody do that and also tell you she's not doing it, I'd be really interested to know. But I really didn't make the video about her. I wanted you guys to be updated on what I can do and cannot do with these things. And if you guys want to help me pray that these things would either work for me on a laptop, which so far they're not going to, or that I would be able to use them in general, because, like I said, 45 minutes is about the longest I can have these things on, and it would be nice. The battery life is supposed to be about 3 hours. I've never been able to keep them on that long. Like I said, it gets really trippy in your vision, and you get a headache, and then you start realizing you're causing yourself brain cancer. I don't know if that's true or not. It just makes sense to me that if your cell phone can do that, and they warn you not to put your laptop actually in your lap because it can cause stuff to not work, that maybe the e-sight glasses may not be the smartest thing to have a mini laptop strapped to your forehead. All right, it's been great making this video. I hope I've got time to make one more. God bless you guys, and thank you for tuning in. God bless.